This is a Sports Catastrophe production. Hey there, Heather Ho there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming you to another Sports Catastrophe Birthday Boy. And the birthday boy for today, November the 23rd. It's a former Red Sox closer. He was an icon for Boston. He also pitched for Philly and Washington. And he was known as a very good closer, playing 12 seasons in Major League Baseball and winning the 2007 World Series with the Red Sox. He's 43 years old. His name is Jonathan Papelbon. He was born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. His mom was a pitcher for LSU in softball, and all their children grew up to be baseball players. Papelbon was a decent first baseman and would commit to Mississippi State to become their closer. And in 3 years, he had 13 saves for the team and helped Mississippi State become the SEC champions in 2001. And he looked good. Oakland selected Papelbon with the 40th round pick in 2002. It's just about strategies and all of that. They were hoping that Papelbon would leave Mississippi State to join the A's organization, but Papelbon went back to school. And so he went back to the draft, and Boston picked him up in the 4th round. And he was starter and all that. Then he made his Major League debut in 2005 against the Twins, going 5 1/3 innings, striking out 7 batters, and getting 5 walks. So the Red Sox actually wanted Papelbon to be in their starting rotation. However, because Keith Falk was ineffective, they decided to change it and put Papelbon in the bullpen. And so he was. He was a pretty good guy and all that. And, he injured his shoulder in September 2006. Once the Red Sox were out of the postseason, he was allowed to rest. They decided to put him back in the bullpen because he had 35 saves. And in 2007, he was the Delivery Man of the Year award for his closing abilities, and he did fantastic. So, anyway, Papelbon in Game 2 had to face the Rockies, only up 2-1, and he did a great job picking up the save. And then in the 4th inning, he came in the 8th inning to try to shut down the Rockies. And with his strikeout of Seth Smith, the Red Sox were the 2007 World Champions. So in 2008, Papelbon agreed to terms with the Red Sox for $775,000, which was amazing and all that. Anyway, it was amazing what Papelbon could do making those saves. And then by 2009, he had agreed to a 1-year, $6 million contract. Papelbon's 132nd save in 2009 actually broke Bob Stanley's Boston Red Sox team record for saves and all that. So that was amazing. Papelbon is known for his slow play, and the league would fine him on an occasion. He would have difficulty starting with the ALDS in 2009, and he failed in 8 save attempts. They thought that Boston was going to get rid of him. But thankfully, following 2011, he proved himself and got his 200th save, which was a record for that mark in fewest appearances with 359. Papelbon went 31 for 34 in save opportunities. Unfortunately, one of his 3 blown saves was that famous final game when the Red Sox were supposed to beat the Orioles and clinch a wildcard spot, but they failed to do so. They were up 3-2, and then the Orioles scored a few runs. The worst part was that the Rays won their game against the Yankees and eliminated Boston from the playoffs. Papelbon became a free agent and agreed to a 4-year, $50 million deal with the Phillies. So anyway, Papelbon decided to use the song For Whom the Bell Tolls by Metallica as his entrance music. He picked up 38 saves for the 2012 Phillies. Then in 2013, he had 29 saves in 61 games. In 2014, he picked up his 300th save, becoming the 27th pitcher to do so. Papelbon was part of the combined no-hitter September 2014 against the Braves. He got a 7-game suspension after fluing his fuse towards the home fans. He would have a lot of problems and all that. Papelbon did become the Phillies' all-time saves leader by 2015. And then he had discontent with the Phillies. So the Phillies decided for the 2015 trade deadline to trade him to Washington for Nick Pivetta. So Papelbon became the Washington closer. Fortunately, though, he would throw a pitch at Manny Machado's head one time, resulting in immediate ejection. He was given a 3-game suspension. And then days later, after the whole Machado thing, he got mad at Bryce Harper. Harper returned to the dugout following his at-bat, and there was an escalation as Papelbon grabbed Harper by the throat and shoved Harper towards the bench with both hands. So anyway, the Nationals would suspend Papelbon for 4 games without pay for what he did. All that. So he had 2 suspensions that would cost him the rest of the season. All that. Papelbon would become the closer after Drew Storen was traded to Toronto. Papelbon unfortunately would have a DL stint for the first time in his career. And after Mark Melancon became the closer for Washington and did well, Papelbon requested a release and got it. He would have 19 saves for the Nats, but he left, and that was the end of his career. He has a wife, and they live in Mississippi. He had 2 children. All that. So anyway, he appeared on the 2022 ballot for the Hall of Fame, but only 5 people picked him up. Said anything. But he's got records up the gang see still. 6 All-Star appearances, most saves in a season by Red Sox rookie in 2006. Actually holds a major league record for most consecutive scoreless innings to start a postseason career at 25. Fastest in MLB history to have 200 saves, but it was surpassed by Craig Kimbrell. He's the Phillies and Red Sox all-time saves leader still, which is shocking. I thought that at least one of them he wasn't. But yeah, Papelbon did it, and he'd be dancing a jig if he realizes that I did him as part of everybody play. Anyhow, I'm Jeff Dominic Duke.